whisper gently saying you don't know how to keep on trying. It shows something's changing in me. It shows. Now I'm hardly breathing. There's no bad light. Way to go. Oh, that corona without a goal. Bad goals. Tell us, be brave, you got this. Now be brave, you got this. Ooh, 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 ooh. But we both know. So why can't we just give it a go? Stop acting like we don't know. 'Cause when